COVID is clearly unpredictable. It doesn't matter how young you are, how old you are. I'm young, and it still put a beating on me. I had no other option but to go to the hospital. I remember the doctor telling me if I had waited one more day, I wasn't gonna come inside here alive. At my lowest point, not being there for my kids was... You don't want to be in the same position that I was in. Vaccines may not stop you from getting COVID, but it can stop you from getting COVID the way I had COVID. You don't want that way.
In Harbor Island, North Eleuthera, I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, the U.S. Coast Guard teams up with Bahamian officials to assess hurricane damage in the Southeast Islands. The Ministry of Works launches round-the-clock repairs to fix pothole-riddled roads after the recent heavy downpour. In sports, the Cecil Cook Jr. Sailing Regatta sets sail from the Montague foreshore. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition starts now. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders, and welcome to the broadcast. The United States Coast Guard lending critical support to the Bahamas following the impact of Hurricane Melissa on the Southeast Islands. A U.S. Coast Guard aircraft out of Miami joined Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, Opposition Leader Michael Pintard, Police Commissioner Shanton Knowles, and Defense Force Commodore Floyd Moxey for an aerial assessment of the hardest-hit islands, including Anagua, Acklins, Crooked Island, Maguana, and Ragged Island. U.S. Embassy Chargé d'Affaires Kimberly Furness says both the American government and private partners have mobilized to assist with evacuations and relief efforts. The U.S. Department of State's disaster response, search, and rescue teams now on the ground, working side by side with Bahamian officials to coordinate aid and recovery. Well, less than a week after Hurricane Melissa tore through Jamaica, leaving thousands displaced and communities in need, relief efforts are underway from here in the Bahamas. The Hummingbirds Association is coordinating a fundraising drive to send critical supplies to that island. Lloyd Allen reports.
It's been less than 1 week since the impact of Hurricane Melissa Category 5 impacted Jamaica. Several parishes now left decimated and the rebuilding efforts executed. Today with us is Sharon Cooper. She is the Public Relations Officer for the Hummingbirds Association operating right here in the Bahamas, and she's talking about a fundraising effort that's moving toward a flight earmarked to leave the Bahamas on Sunday for Jamaica. Ms. Cooper, tell us about what's happening.
Today, we got word from Bahamas Air that they're sending a flight on Sunday with hurricane relief, and they reached out to us and invited our participation. So, of course, in turn, we are reaching out to the public to engage in this activity.
What are some of those supplies that you're asking for now?
Well, they're asking for batteries, they're asking for medical supplies, they're asking for medical supplies such as wound care, and then also medical equipment, because as we know, our hospitals have been damaged, and water, and covered buckets, and several other things. And our list has been acquired from the government of the Bahamas, and we have that list available on our website and our social media.
Tell us the name of the website quickly.
It's hummingbirdsassociation.com, and you just type that in and go to the details on the page, or you can go to the Hummingbirds Facebook page, which is Hummingbirds Association Facebook.
Well, of course, this is an effort that is ongoing. If you can't assist, they're asking you to do your best as we continue to assist our Caribbean neighbor, Jamaica, toward rebuilding. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Lloyd Allen, great stuff. Good to know that there's an organization helping those in need. Well, today marks day 32 of the United States government shutdown, and according to U.S. media, the Senate is hoping to resume negotiations to discuss reopening government operations that's burdening the lives of thousands of U.S. federal workers, while the U.S. remains the country's strongest tourist market. Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, indicated that tourism officials anticipate a medium-term impact from the U.S. government shutdown, with no significant changes in visitor arrivals anytime soon.
Our confidence level in terms of the economy is waning in the U.S., as we see in some of our numbers. But our numbers overall, 2025 compared to 2024, continue to be strong out of the USA. Our fourth quarter projections are very, very strong, and the first quarter in 2026 shows no signs of letting up.
Well, as government continues to monitor global issues, the tourism minister cited changes in U.S. customer behavior since the United States elections last year in November.
The reality is we've gone to new markets like Calgary and Canada and other places in Canada where we hadn't had non-stop flights before, like Halifax and Ottawa. So it's caused us to pivot. We continue to do so, and we're reaping the results. The numbers are strong for fourth quarter and first quarter 2026, and that's a demonstration that the strategy is working.
Well, in news from the crime beat, police in Grand Bahama recovered a high-powered weapon, ammunition, a handgun, and multiple magazines during an operation Friday night. Police say they were acting on intelligence when they searched the Lincoln Road area of Fortune Hills around 11:30 p.m. and made the discovery. No arrests have been made, but investigations continue. A man was robbed at his Florida court home after midnight Saturday when police say he was approached by an armed man who demanded cash. Police say the victim complied and the suspect fled north on Florida court. That suspect wore a green jacket, gray pants, and a white and black shirt with the word security printed on it. Investigations continue. 14 Haitian nationals, 5 Chinese nationals, a Jamaican national, and a Peruvian appeared in Magistrates Court number 6 earlier this week, where they pleaded guilty to charges of overstaying and illegal landing. The foreigners were handed over to the Department of Immigration upon payment of fines or completion of sentences for deportation. This past Tuesday, 15 Haitians, 2 Jamaicans were convicted in the Magistrates Court for overstaying and illegal landing. These individuals received fines ranging from $300 to $2,000 and sentences of 3 months to 2 years at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Well, there's more news here. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, returns after this.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Diet-friendly special.
For many drivers here in the capital, officials at the Ministry of Works say last month's heavy downpour to blame for the potholes popping up all over New Providence. While a pothole can start as small as a quarter, it can balloon up to 3 or 4 feet with constant road activity. And with 880 miles of roads in New Providence, senior engineer at the Ministry of Works, Francis Clark, assures that the ministry's pothole and road maintenance teams are working 24/7 to repair these cavities in the streets.
We have 12 contract workers or contractors attending to potholes and repairing those that are being reported. We have roadway inspectors surveying our roads on a daily basis and reporting where there are potholes. We also have a hotline, and we're using other medias to get reports on potholes. Once we get those reports, we deploy the contractors to those locations.
Well, Clark appeals to motorists to be patient and report any potholes to the Ministry of Works pothole hotline at 557-3227 or 376-0936. He acknowledged that pothole patching is a temporary solution to improved road conditions. However, the ministry's contractor, Bahamamex, and a private contractor will specifically focus on upgrading the island's main thoroughfares by the end of the year.
So our target for each contractor is to pave 20 miles each per year. So we're looking at targeting 40 miles of road per year. Typically, the rate for road paving is around $1 million a mile. So if you multiply $1 million by 40 miles, that'll be about $40 million to pave and civilize our roads.
Well, as part of Youth Month, members of the National Youth Parliament paid a special visit to Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis in the Senate this week. Under the theme, Youth Voices Unlocked, young Bahamians from across the islands got a front row seat at governance, observing House proceedings. Come November 3rd, young Bahamians representing every constituency across the archipelago will step into the shoes of parliamentarians debating pressing national issues from crime to education to tourism and climate change.
Recognize that our parliament today has 39 seats and a population of about 400,000. Only 39 of us could be elected. It tells you that it is a special feat to become a member of parliament. But with that comes responsibility. And that responsibility is to understand what that role is. And that role is to be here to serve and not to be served. As many of my colleagues who are elected seem to think that they're not there to serve, but rather to be served. And so this exposure to you, I hope, will ignite a fire that will become a conflagration that consumes you sufficiently to want to be a member of parliament.
Well, head of the Division of Youth, Sandina Neely, says the experience was designed to give participants an authentic look at governance in action. For participants, Shamar Nottage of Fort Charlotte and Rosanna Thompson of South Andros, the experience is symbolic and a change to amplify the voices of young Bahamians from every island.
So this whole experience most definitely means for me an opportunity to not only represent the great constituents of Fort Charlotte, but also the youth of the Bahamas in general. Most definitely being a voice for my fellow peers who may not have this same opportunity.
Being from the island, as we know, we are disadvantaged in many ways. And so I'm using this experience to be a young voice for persons in my community and Andros who feel like they may not have a voice. All right, so it means a lot.
Well, the Bahamas-China Friendship Association celebrating a major milestone, the successful completion of its recent trade mission to Yuan, China. For 10 days, 12 Bahamian entrepreneurs, 10 from New Providence and 2 from Grand Bahama, explored one of the world's most dynamic commercial hubs. Bahamian delegates also toured bustling markets for electronics, furniture, and construction supplies. Known as the largest commodities marketplace on the planet, Yuan boasts more than 2 million products and 75,000 merchants, giving Bahamian delegates a first-hand look at limitless business opportunities. The Bahamas-China Friendship Association also signing a landmark memorandum of understanding to deepen cooperation in trade and culture. Well, the Department of Rehabilitative Welfare Services will kick off Rehabilitation Month this November with a series of events. Festivities begin Monday, November 3rd, with the annual church service at Abundant Life Church at 10 a.m., followed by Literacy Day on Friday, November 7th at the Simpson Penn Center for Boys, featuring a special address from local Rotarians.
On Thursday, November the 13th, and Friday, November the 14th, will be training. It's called Psychological First Aid Trauma Workshop, which will be right in the same room from 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m., and that's for staff training as well as our stakeholders. Monday, November 17th, will be a breakfast distribution to our school resource officers, and that's a free give back, so to speak, to our resource officers for assisting us whenever the need arises.
Other highlights for Rehabilitation Month include a parenting seminar on November 19th and a family fun day at the William A. Pratt Center for Girls.
We experience some children that actually come in and they make attempts of suicide. We had some incidents even at our office. And in those moments, we have to act fast, and we also have to act in the best interest of the child. We also have, unfortunately, deaths attached to criminal cases. We have a lot of young men that are being murdered. And so you go to the office and your 15-year-old is dead. Your 16-year-old client that you've suffered tireless nights trying to talk to or coach through in a counseling session is dead. And then you look to a colleague and you say, this one gone.
So good that we can spread awareness on a number of critical issues. Sports is up next.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything. Like wearing a Balloon Man costume?
Or turning into a tuba?
No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesar.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza. A digital wave is making its mark across the Bahamas. From Grand Bahama to Inagua, Bahamians are embracing smarter ways to pay. The Pay Fast, Live Digital campaign, launched by the Central Bank of the Bahamas and the Clearing Banks Association, is bringing safe, fast, and convenient payment solutions to every island, from online banking to mobile wallets.
We had an incredible turnout, so it gave us an opportunity to have a conversation that they can also be a part of and appreciate.
Remember, people over 60 and around 60, the fear that you talk about, we understand, and we have persons to be able to assist with that.
I learned that digital banking is going to be one of the biggest ways that us as Bahamian kids will benefit in the future.
It has to start somewhere, and this is a good start. We're empowering communities, one town hall at a time, for families, for businesses, for you. Let's live digital.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Welcome to your Saturday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, many young skippers getting a chance to set sail this morning as this year's Cecil Cook Sailing Regatta launched this morning from the Montague foreshore. The late great sailor won the Bahamas' first Olympic gold medal alongside Sir Deward Knowles in Tokyo in 1964. As the nation's national sport continues to grow in numbers, dozens of junior sailors from throughout the country took to the seas in the Sunfish, Ilka, and Opti categories.
Sailing is really, it brings our communities together, and especially in Exuma, all my friends sail. That's how I met most of them, but it's just, sailing's a part of everything, and it just brings us together. I want to just put up a good fight. I want to make everyone sweat. It shouldn't be an easy win for anyone. That's my goal. I love sailing. I love being on the water, and I just can't wait to give people a run for their money.
They're excited. They love being on the water. And what sailing does for kids is something that no other sport does. It teaches them to make quick decisions because they're out in the water in these boats by themselves. And they have to decide whether they're going to let the boat flip over, whether they're going to move with the wind. And so they're learning. So not only are they learning to be out in the water, but they're learning how to make these decisions for life as well. So these kids are competing, and they're just excited to be here because they've worked really hard. Some of them come in sometimes 8 o'clock at night, 8:30 at night, because they want to be out here. They want to put their best foot forward.
All eyes will be on the prize as the Cecil G. Cook Trophy will go to the top skipper, and competition wraps up tomorrow. In flag football action, the Ministry of Tourism, in conjunction with the University of Miami Hurricanes, hosting its two-day Canes weekend in the Bahamas. Players from the Hurricanes partnering up with the Bahamas Youth Flag Football League to host a flag football camp earlier this morning at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium field.
When I help with see these faces on these guys, it's an amazing thing to see the smiles and see how happy they are for us to come out here and coach them and teach them a little bit of what we know. It's cool, man, and it does something for me as well because it helps me get back in tune with a side of my life that, you know, is no longer there because I've transitioned to something else, but it's a great feeling. It's a good thing to see, like, these guys have the fundamentals already. That mean the coaching, that mean the people here that's already here are doing a great job coaching and teaching these guys, which is an American sport. It's something that that wasn't here. I don't know how long football has been here, but they're learning, they're teaching, and they're willing to have some fun and compete. So I love it.
And that's been your Saturday Sports Check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Enjoy your weekend.
I worked hard every single day, from primary school into secondary school. My name is Darren Pickstock. I started to work at Atlantis as a space cleaner. Nobody could beat me. I took pride in my job. After that, I went to the UK to study law. I'm very proud of my work in the Senate, my advocacy for suicide prevention, my record in empowering young people, and also food security. I'm the chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. I believe that it is important for us to feed ourselves, so I see that as a national security issue. The government has done a lot, but the reality is there is a lot more to be done. The cost of living is always increasing, and so to be able to bring down the cost of food will assist people in being able to eat properly. Investing in Bahamians is important, extremely important. It is about opening the door. People just want an opportunity. I am very result-driven, and that is what Golden Isles will see me as.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
It's Bahamas' biggest night this November 1st. Join Alliance Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground, performing for the first time. Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing R&B sensation Uncle Sam. Get ready for Deborah Cox. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground. Nassau, Tyrese, Uncle Sam, and Deborah Cox. Advance tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations. Or log on to cashandgobahamas.com. For info, call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116.
Diane Dorsett joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Diane.
Well, hello, Desmond. It's been a while. These last few weeks have been busy weather-wise, and things are still pretty active across the region. In the tropics tonight, a tropical wave near the southeast Bahamas is sliding westward across the islands. That system is expected to bring some heavy downpours and a few thunderstorms to the northwest Bahamas by tomorrow evening and into the night. But no tropical storm development is expected anywhere else in the Atlantic over the next 7 days. Outside our studios tonight, conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 80 degrees. Winds are northeast at 5 miles per hour. Humidity is at 58% and pressure is standing at 30.08 inches or 1,018.7 millibars. Across the Family Islands, here's how those temperatures are shaping up. In the northern Bahamas, Freeport City and Green Turtle Key at 73 degrees, Marsh Harbor, Abaco 77, Bullocks Harbor 81 degrees, and Allenstown, Bimini 76 degrees. Now for the northwest Bahamas, Fresh Creek, Central Andros, and Camp Space, South Andros at 82 degrees, Harbor Island at 80, as well as Roxtown, Eleuthera, Black Point, Exuma 82 degrees, Arthurstown, Kidd Island, San Salvador, Rumkey, and Georgetown, Exuma 80 degrees. And for our southeast islands, Clarence Sound, Crooked Island, and Ragged Island at 82 degrees. Betsy Bay and Acklands at 87, Matthew Town, Inagua 86, and for the Turks and Caicos Islands, 88 degrees. Now let's talk boating forecast for our friends on the water. In the northwest Bahamas tonight, winds will be light and variable with seas around 1 to 3 feet. The tide will be low at 11:13 this evening. In the central and southeast Bahamas, expect northeast to east winds at 10 to 15 knots with seas between 2 and 4 feet. Now heading into tomorrow, winds in the northwest and central Bahamas will shift northeasterly at 10 to 15 knots with seas 2 to 4 feet. With tides low at 10:44 tomorrow morning and a high again at 4:44 in the afternoon. Now in the southeast Bahamas, winds will be southeasterly at about the same strength, 10 to 15 knots with 2 to 4 feet seas. Now taking a look at our satellite picture, we're still seeing some clouds linked to that tropical wave over the southeast Bahamas as it drifts westward. Expect a few pockets of unsettled weather to spread across the area into tomorrow. Now I know you've been feeling a little chilled in the air. Tonight you can expect a temperature of 73 degrees, mainly clear and windy conditions. And tomorrow a warm 83 degrees and mostly cloudy and windy with a couple of soaking showers. Now for your extended weather forecast. We'll see cloudy skies with off and on showers and thunderstorms on Monday, then a few stray showers midweek as conditions begin to settle down. And just a friendly reminder, don't forget to set your clocks back an hour before heading to bed tonight. Daylight saving time ends. Back to you, Desmond.
Thanks very much, Diane. That does it for the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Savings time ends this Sunday, November 2nd at 2 a.m. So don't forget to turn your clocks back 1 hour for Eastern Standard Time. That's this Sunday, November 2nd.
Shalom, I'm Arthur Bailey, apostle and overseer